Hey everybody, welcome back, and welcome back for myself. I feel like I was so close to just saying the same thing, like, oh, it's been a minute, blah blah blah. Listen, it is what it is, and I don't want to repeat myself every single time. So, you know, I just want to say thank you for people who still subscribe to me, because I checked how many subscribers I have, and I feel like at this point a lot of people would unsubscribe. But honestly, like, I've only had like 5 people unsubscribe to me, which I thought it was gonna be way worse. But you know, thank you guys for sticking around, and the few people that watch me. I know, like, I could have way more subscribers, but I know it has to do with consistency and great content. So yeah. Whatever. Sorry about that. Apparently they had to call me and let me know that I was bugging for posting a photo on Instagram. With the background and everything, this is annoying the crap out of me. Like, I want to paint, or like I can't move the wallpaper, you know, it's already set. So it's like I want to paint it white, you know. I'm so sorry for anyone that watches this video and they see this line, this little gap of wallpaper, because when I was like mounting it, I didn't realize until after I put the entire like one side of the wall wallpaper. Like, I can't move it, you know. So I'm gonna just have to paint it, like, or something, like a strip or something like that. I don't know, but I know it annoys the crap out of me, so I know it's gonna annoy somebody else. So I apologize. It feels nice to just have a small setup right now. I usually have like 3 lights going, but I just have my little table with my tiny tripod and my camera. This is not like the usual camera, like the Canon 80D. This is the SX730HS camera. It's a chill video. I'm here on my bed with my candle burning. I'm burning like the pumpkin, what is it? White pumpkin. So I'm burning that. I got that from TJ Maxx. And I'm also just gonna answer some questions that you guys have sent me on my Instagram. If you aren't following me on there, I'm gonna post it on the screen, so you can definitely follow me. I have been active now and before I wasn't, but now I am. So definitely follow me on there. And if you have any questions, don't feel like you can't ask me. Like, let me tell you, I'm so laid back that, like, whatever questions you have, like, I'm gonna try my best to answer them. Just don't be creepy about the question. I have my phone right now, and I had asked about like almost 2 weeks ago. Today is what, the 7th of October. So I asked like, what questions do you guys have, so I can film like a Q&A. So I posted that about 2 weeks ago, and I have a reason why I haven't posted the video right away. So I'm gonna explain in a little bit, like, because y'all asked some questions, and some of them are, you know, like, I know I have to come around and answer it, because a lot of you have noticed some things that's been going on in my life that I've been posting. So let's just jump right into it. So I'm gonna post the question on the screen, but I won't tag your name and anything like that. So it will just be the question from when you guys asked me on Instagram. So the first question someone asked me, which is a pretty good question, is my favorite makeup palette. So I would have to say, by far, like, out of the whole year, like, I haven't really used a lot of palettes, but this one really did stick out to me, and I've mentioned this in my past videos. It's the ColourPop Bare Necessities palette. That palette is such, like, for a neutrals palette, it's such a good palette. And ColourPop, their eyeshadows are very pigmented, and the color payoff is really good. That palette is so handy and so good when it comes to like different variety of browns and like oranges. Like, that kind of palette is great to use on a daily basis. For me, I would have to say it's a great palette when you want to just throw on a makeup look and you're just gonna do a video like what I'm doing right now, or where you're going to work, you want something like you want to switch it up, you can do like a soft matte look, or like a look with shimmer in it. You could do like a smoky eye with it, you can do a light look with it, you get what I mean? So it's a really good palette to have in your kit or in your makeup collection. And I'm sure there's other neutral palettes out there that a lot of people love, but this one, because it's ColourPop, I really love ColourPop. I really love their eyeshadows. I have their singles, and they just have great pigmentation and color payoff, and they don't disappoint me whatsoever. So that's a palette that I really love going back to when it comes to just doing a look. I haven't used it recently because I've just been using the same palette every time like I'm getting ready, which is the Dose of Color Sassy Sienna palette, and this other palette, let me show you, Natasha Denona Ayana palette. Now this one I really like, but there's not much to go off. Like when you want to create a look, you know, you can't go and expand because they have like 3 mattes and 2 shimmers. So this is just great if you just want some color in your eye, in your lid, and then like just having this as a, you know, a topper or something like that. This one, I wouldn't say it's like the greatest when it comes to going to work or stuff, maybe to go out, but the Sassy Sienna one is my favorite right now, and I could just switch it up, but I'm not done with it yet. Okay, so the next question is, what is your favorite foundation? Okay, I would have to say, like, overall my favorite foundation at the moment, which it has been for the moment for a long time now, is the NARS Radiant Longwear Foundation. That one, it really is like a really good foundation when it comes down to having like a little bit of luminosity, and it's not heavy, it's not obvious, but you could tell like it's not matte but it's not dewy, it's in between. And I like foundations like that. I can't go out with like you know, a dewy foundation and not set it, if that makes sense. So there's people that can do that. I can't do that. Like, I have to set my makeup, especially with these big old eyes and bags. I have to set it. So I would have to say that. Another one that's really good, I've been using all summer long until I got a tan and I couldn't even use it because of the color difference, is the Catrice one. That one is so good. And for someone like me who's wearing a face mask most of the time, you know, during work and taking it off, I would have to say that one really lasts for a while. Like, that one does not fail me. It held up so good in the summer because I was sweating a lot, especially like in like a heat wave and stuff. That held up so good, and it's only $10, so you can definitely get it at Ulta. That's where I got mine, and it's one of those foundations that's so underrated. And I discovered it because of Tati, so she really like put it out there, and I always take her word for things when it comes to makeup and skincare, so definitely something to pick up. The NARS one, it is pricey. I think it's like $49. I mean, I got mine, you know, when I had like the, you know, those Sephora gift cards, like, you know, when you just accumulate a certain amount of points and then you can get like a gift card in exchange. So I got mine like that, and it's one of the best, you know, things that I bought with that gift card. So I'm so happy that I got it. Let me show you how mine looks. Okay, it looks like I didn't use it. Trust me, I have. It's just because I shook it, but I would have to say that it's almost like done. I just have to like sit it, and then I'll show you like a clip for the, you know, going on to the next day, so you can see how it looks once the whole foundation goes down, because I want you guys to see like how much I use it. But I have been using this almost every day, and if it's not every day, like whenever I'm going to work, this, I mean, because is radiant and kind of like in a luminous side a little bit, I do set it with the Nakia Joy setting powder. That powder is so good. But yeah, I know I'm going on, but this is like one of my favorites, and definitely must try. Okay, so the next question is, why are you such a bad bee, with a kissy emoji? I feel like I'm a bad bitch when I actually clean up, but there's days that are questionable. Like, you would think that like I'm homeless or something, or I don't know, I don't even know how to answer that. I guess, you know, it's just how I am, it's just how I roll. So the next question is, I miss you and your videos, when will you be back? Oh, that's so sweet. I would say for me to come back, I'll be back soon. It's just like, now I have a job. Like, I know I said in the last video like I've been working, but that was just a summer job. So then I was out of work for about almost a month. So that was just kind of like hard to deal with, because it's like you have to depend on the little paycheck that you have left from that seasonal job. So then it's like having to find work. But thank God, God was like, I'm gonna bless you. And I got in a job literally late September, like the end of September, and I started working. So I just got this job, so it's pretty awesome. Thank you, God. Like, I needed it, and it's not like a full-time job, it's a part-time job. So I'm, you know, it's better than nothing, and it will give me some room to film videos again and to start streaming, because I want to start streaming. So if you guys haven't, I will post my YouTube name on here, and you can definitely click it into the description box below, so just so you can subscribe. And I'm gonna post my Twitch as well, because I want to start pretty soon. I have the setup, I just have to add my lights. So you'll see that in the future videos, like in my makeup tutorials and stuff, you'll see that in the background. But I definitely have to finish up this side of the wall where I'm at, this side, because it looks so odd. I just have like 2 strips of wallpaper and then the rest. So I just don't want it to be in a background where like you could see the different colors. I just want to finish this up, set up the lights, and then I should be good to go. But definitely I will be back to filming videos. And I have been unsubscribed from BoxyCharm for quite some time due to financial reasons, and I can say that I'm gonna get back into them maybe late November. You know, like, I'm just being realistic. I need to take care of things first, and I have so much skincare. Woo, girl, I have so much skincare and makeup that I can't I have to give some stuff away, and I have been, because it's just so much. And I still have skincare that I'm going through in my bag, my everyday skincare bag. So that right there, like, I'm like, it's overwhelming, no lie. So it's like impossible to do skincare and use up all the skincare within a matter of time. So yeah, some of it I had to give it away. So there's some that I still have kept, but like, let's be real, like, I can only go through them at a matter of time. But yeah, I'll be back soon with the video. Oh, somebody else asked, will you be filming makeup looks again? Yes, I will be. It's weird because I feel like I've forgotten how to do makeup. This is the closest attempt of, like, I'll show you, like, that I've done of like a makeup look. Okay, I haven't done this kind of makeup look since I went to Vegas. That was back in mid-September. I'll post a picture here, and I posted it on my Instagram if you want to go like comment. I posted that, and it's not the greatest shot. You know, there's people that they go all out. From that time, you know, it was difficult for me to get like a really good shot, and I was in a rush. So I was like, let me just do the look and go. So yeah, I will be filming makeup looks again, and there's so many ideas that I have in mind that I want to, like, you know, have onto my face and show you guys, because I've been watching a lot of videos and a lot of looks. I've been looking at a lot of looks on Instagram, and a lot of them inspired me lately. So it's nice to see that. Where have you been? I've been around. I haven't really gone far. I would have to say this whole entire summer, the job that I was working took up my time, even my personal time, because I had to bring work home, which is not like, it's not something that you want to do. I was taking a lot of photos and I had to edit them, color correct and stuff, and then like upload them to a certain website. And I won't say where I was working, you know, because the place that I got hired now, it's the same place I was working at. So it's just so funny how a lot of people recognize me from that summer job, you know, now to the part-time, and then they see me, they're like, I know you. I would have to say that I'm still dealing with some things personally in my life, and I haven't really had the motivation to sit down and be like, let me do a makeup look. You know, some people, you know, some of you guys will understand that it just doesn't happen that way. And there's people that really can, like, when they're going through something, they can just go and film or continue to do their job because it's their way of coping. My thing is different for me. When I'm going through something, I don't want any association with social media or people. I isolate myself, and you know, that's just how I am. You know, there's people that are like that. There's people that are the total opposite. They need to be with people. They need to work. There's people that overwork, and it's their way of wanting to get over things. For me, I just been dealing with like financial issues and trying to get a job, trying to get back on my feet, you know, because of me having to get separated. It's not easy, you know, especially when you depended on somebody for so many years. They leave you crippled in that sense, if you get what I mean. So that's what he did. He basically did not want me to work, or he just wanted me to be a stay-at-home wife, and that messed me up for years. But now I can say, like, it feels good. It feels good to be independent and make your own money and do what you want to do and not have anyone tell you shit. Like, that's just, it's such a good feeling. It will be a little different, but that doesn't mean that I want to give up what I'm doing. You get what I mean? So, because I made the mistake of just dropping everything to go marry somebody and move away and everything. That was my mistake, but it's a lesson learned. Okay, so the next question is, any more curly hair videos? Love you and your curls. Oh, thank you. Okay, so I will be honest, I haven't done like a lot with my curls for the past summer. I know it's so bad. I had been cheating on my curly hair products with the straightening iron and the actual hairbrush dryer. So I feel guilty because I've had so much progress in getting my hair to curly and its natural form, and then here I am going back. I mean, it happens, you know, like, I'm not gonna beat myself up. In the beginning I was, but over the summer it got so annoying. It got so annoying to do my hair and wet it every day, and there were times my hair did not want to cooperate. There was times that my hair was like having a good hair day. So then I just started like blow drying my hair. It was a lot easier to manage over the summer than when I had my hair curly. Some people are the opposite. They like to have their hair curly over the summer because they don't want to deal with straightening their hair in the heat. But for me, I've been trying out the what is it, the hairbrush dryer, but I will be going back to curly hair pretty soon. I just have to really take care of it again. I'm not saying it's completely damaged, it's not. It's just I want my hair to bounce back again, in a sense where I know I need a lot of deep conditioning and repairing from straightening my hair and flat ironing. But they'll be back soon. The makeup tutorials are going to be back, the BoxyCharm are going to be back, and the hair products are going to be back. And I'm going to go back to doing like my favorites, because y'all, I have a lot of stuff that I've been loving the past few months, and it would be nice. And I want to film like an Amazon haul because there's a lot of stuff I want to get on Amazon now. So okay, so the last questions I have been getting, you know, I'm just gonna post them onto the screen. A lot of them are just wondering how I've been doing. Just like even mentioning it, my heart is racing a little because it's not an easy topic to discuss. This is something that is personal. I don't have to talk about it, but I might as well just be open with you guys, because some of you guys have been noticing a lot of the stuff I've been posting, and some of you guys who know me, you know, you guys have been by my side, and I thank you for the emotional support and for being a friend to me, which is something that you don't come across often. So a lot of you guys have been asking me similar questions, and yes, I have been seeing somebody over the last couple of months, but sadly that ended, and I would have to say it was a sad way of ending things with each other. He was the one that called it off. I'm gonna keep some things private, but I'm also going to be careful with what I say. When my ex and I separated, I thought I wasn't gonna find anyone, because you know, your mind goes there where it's like, oh, I'm not enough, or especially when this person who mentally abused you for years and they emotionally abuse you, they make you feel like no one else wants you. And that was something that I had to get actual professional help to help me get through that, and to kind of just realize that I am worth it and I can find somebody, and just because this person said this about you doesn't make it true. You know, it's a lot of like emotional mental abuse. So it was something that I had to work on. I would say during COVID was a great way of separating and just getting away from him. So I took that time to work on my mental health and to see, you know, how can I get back to being me, a better me. Actually, I didn't date anyone for a long time. Then on top of that, like, because of COVID, it was just hard to... The summer was starting to come, and that's when I met him. I'm not gonna say his name, I'm just gonna say him. You know, I met him and things were really going great. I felt like the way we were talking, we both were just so like in the same, like in sync. We both were wanting the same things, and we both were going through the same things, and I felt like he understood me and I understood him. We shared a lot of secrets, we've shared a lot of moments together. There were things that I've tried with him I've never tried before, that I stepped out of my comfort zone, and that's something that I don't normally do. I wanted to try something different, a new relationship, you know. So it was really great for me. I felt like I met somebody that was outside of my pond, and it was just such a different feeling. And you know, someone fresh, someone that I never thought I would end up talking to. It was like one of those, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm talking to a guy like you, and said the same thing about me. For me, most of that summer was good, but there was just a lot of disagreements and different views. We both were coming from a broken relationship. We both had insecurities. We both had our own issues that we needed to deal with on our own. But I just felt like it was just some things that were just not fixable. You know, we've had great moments. I've shared things with him that I feel like, wow, like in such a short time that we can open up like this. After I was done with work, that's when like I just got into depression. And some people may not understand that feeling, like, oh, okay, I don't have a job now, so what am I gonna do? What done it, him ending it, is that I got into a really dark place, and I'm not gonna talk too much about it. Just know that my mind, mentally, I wasn't thinking good thoughts. I don't want to get emotional, but after telling him how I was feeling and what I was going through, it was like a whole 360 just happened, and I was so distraught. He told me I needed to focus on me and my happiness and not rely on him, which when he said that, it didn't make sense, because I wasn't putting my life on him or depending on him. It was more of like I felt like I had somebody to try to talk to, or at least be there for me, and that wasn't the case. Sticking by someone's side, they decide to just leave you, and that hurt. For weeks I've been trying to fix it, and I've been sitting here asking God, why? Like, help me fix it. And it just didn't turn out that way. He doesn't want to express to me anymore the way he used to. Just didn't want to fight for what we had anymore. Not that he said he doesn't want to talk about it, but the words he was using, it's basically pretty much, to sum it up, he did not want to try anymore. And I kept trying for weeks to talk to him, to express to him how I feel, and it hurts. You would think that this person would be by your side to help you, to be your friend. We did have plane tickets to go to Vegas. A lot of people were like, why did you go? But once I explained why, they understood why, and they all said the same thing. Maybe you needed that closure. I went to Vegas with him, and honestly, you would think your first time going to Vegas would be such an amazing experience. It wasn't like that. There was so many mixed signals and a lot of hurt. It's just so crazy that you would think that for months this person has been showing you just so much affection and passion and just wanting you, just always telling you they want you, to not wanting you. There was so many times that I wanted to just grab him, but I couldn't. And there were so many times that I just wanted him to come to me, and he didn't. You know, he hardly even looked at me. My trip when I went to the Cirque du Soleil, I dressed up, and it's the photo that I had shown you earlier in the video. You know, he didn't even compliment me. He's always complimenting me, and it's not that I'm sounding conceited. I'm not. It's just it feels nice to have someone compliment you, because I didn't have that when I was married. So to have someone else appreciate me, it felt really good. So the fact that he didn't even compliment me, I was just so angry with him. On the last day, I just let it all out, and it wasn't the smartest thing of what I was doing to let out my anger, but it happened. I sat down and said some things, and I heard him. I didn't really say much. Once he was done, it made me realize that this was not going to work. I don't need somebody to want me when it's convenient for them. The way I see it, if he really wanted to work this out, he would have. After the things he said, it made me realize that no one can help what he's feeling or change how he's feeling, and no one can tell him what to do and how to go about who he wants and doesn't want. And it just hurt to come to full circle after everything he said to me in that room. It made me realize that this man does not want me. And it's just so crazy how a person can go from this and completely flip to just being cold towards you. He was just, not only that, he was so mean to me. And it's just so crazy. Like, why are you mean to me when I'm the one going through stuff? The thing that I do not get is that what I was going through personally, and I told him, it affected him and it made him feel some type of way, but yet it's me that's going through it. So it just doesn't make sense that he made it all about him and not care about what I was going through and what I was feeling. So we took the plane back. After we got back, I just did not want to do anything. Kept trying to talk to me, but it wasn't like about us. It was just about other things. To be honest, it was so hard to talk to him. And that's something I don't think he will ever understand, is that I can't just be friends right away. Like, after everything we've had together, after everything we've done together, you just want to talk like we're best buddies. It doesn't work that way. Some people could do it. Most people just refuse to just be friends at the moment. I told him yes, like he wanted to stay friends, and I agreed. And I agreed because if I couldn't have him like that anymore, at least I'll have him in my life, because we've had great conversations, we've had great moments together. You know, I just didn't see why not. But after we got back, like, he was just so negative and so petty with the things he would say. Did not want to understand that I needed space, and he wanted space, but he didn't give me space. Like, it was like you tell someone I want space, but then you're still coming around. It's like, I thought you wanted space. He didn't understand that I needed it too, and he was getting upset that I wasn't engaging with him. I was dry, as he would call it. Like, I was super dry with him, but that's because I was just so emotionally wrecked. That entire week that I got back, I was just broken, and I have been crying for 3 weeks since I have gotten back from Vegas. Been crying since, non-stop. There's been times where I wanted to hit him up and tell him how I felt. There's been many times that we've argued back and forth, you know, ever since, but it was like trying to have someone understand where you're coming from, and it's not registering in their minds. I just wish he knew how much he hurt me and how I'm feeling at the moment. I just think he's only thinking about himself. Like, the first week of October is when I actually been able to gather myself up together and not cry over him, not cry of what I've lost. In conclusion, we're no longer friends. I made that decision because just because you and that person has split it doesn't mean that you have to be nasty, doesn't mean you have to be petty towards them. And if anything, he was the one that ended it and wanted space, but yet a lot of the anger is coming from him. It sucks how things ended. It sucks even more that there's just nothing there anymore. There's no relationship, there's no friendship, no getting back to where we were. As you can see, it still affects me because I haven't gotten over it. Besides everything else, he was the person that brought me joy. He made me happy. But okay, that's all for the Q&A. I hope I answered your questions pretty well, and I know it got kind of dark at the end, but I just want to be honest with you guys. It helped a little to talk about it. Honestly, I don't think I will talk about it ever again, because I'm at this point of like, it's not gonna bring him back, or it's not gonna make things better for me to dwell on it. So yeah, I just turned on the fan, that's why you hear it in the background. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up, and if you have any more questions, leave them down in the comments down below, or you can message me on my Instagram and I'll answer you directly there. It's quicker. And yeah, I hope you subscribe to my channel. Welcome if you have. Also of the stuff that I mentioned earlier, like Twitch and my YouTube gaming channel and stuff like that. So I'm so excited about that. And thank you so much for listening and watching my videos. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.